Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. Recently we talked a little bit about how the people at the top who are currently influencing policy or world politics are encouraging more than just self-interest or even selfish behavior. The encouragement of a narcissistic variety, wide range of bad behavior that is it's prevalent today in our society. We know who's running the show, or actually I said not running the show. I want to say that they are influencing, because these folks in essence and in truth really don't own anything. They control it, but they don't own it. Make no mistake, the narcissism epidemic is absolutely real, and it cannot be done without the general population's consent, which is most people either have no idea what's going on, they are cooperating with narcissists, i.e. we call them flying monkeys, which is from the Wizard of Oz, as you saw the witch, and she had her flying monkeys that did her bidding for her. So the flying monkeys, the general population who does not know what's going on. And the other more recent name, which I like, is NPC, or the non-playable character, which is basically what the narcissists that are influencing policy, world policy and governments, and they count on NPCs as well as the narcissist in your life. Same thing. Macrocosm and microcosm. Man has been known to be selfish and erring since the dawn of time. However, we are in the throes of an absolute epidemic with this nonsense. You want to try and see how it is an epidemic. Recently, I made a comment on a very popular thread on a very popular person, because I did not like the policy that this man, I don't like his policy with foreign entities, let's put it that way. I'm disgusted at the sycophant that is in the White House today. And I want you to make no mistake, I am not anti-Trump, but I am just really not pro-politician any longer. I don't think that there is any peaceful solution to our issues. I am not advocating violence of any kind, but I don't think the answer lies in the fellow that's in there now, especially the one that was before him, and who knows who will be later on. It's absolutely out of our hands. The people that you see on the stage are not the people that are playing the game. It's a deadly game. It's a dangerous game. Make no mistake, it's a game to them. And a few of us have woken up to it. Again, not woke, but woken up or have awakened. You want to see the non-playable characters in action? All you have to do is go to this social media, a public thread, and no matter which side you're on, and it's, again, we've talked about that as well, and many channels do, Hegelian dialect, Republican, Democrat, it both pushes you toward their ultimate agenda, their ultimate goal, which is not too terribly far apart from each other. All you have to do is go on one of those threads and disagree, and you watch how these venomous NPC puppets come out of the woodwork to attack you. They don't just attack you, they go straight for the blood. The NPC characters, these people who are unable to think for themselves, these flying monkeys, will attack your children. They will attack your business. They will attack anything that they can, like a swarm of killer bees. These NPCs are absolutely, how do I put this? They're necessary for the psychopaths in charge, or the narcissist in your life. Both. The NPC players are absolutely necessary because they are the flying monkeys. They don't know how to process information correctly. It's all triangulated. So just because they triangulate it with one person like a narcissist does, or some politician triangulates with a million or millions of people, it's the same factor. It's the same way. It's the same game. The way they are behaving is absolutely pushing the narcissist agenda because everybody is feeling the heat. This is actually done on design. I don't know exactly how it's done. I know some of it. Some of it I'm willing to share with you. Other things I'm not, because I'm afraid of retribution, if I could say that word. Retribution. Whenever you call a narcissist out on their own bullshit, they're going to turn around and they're going to point their fingers at you, and very effectively too. They're going to effectively turn the tables on you so you look like you are the one that's at fault. Absolutely. Make no mistake, this is how they do it. It's their only skill, folks. But people are waking up. We're waking up on a personal level, or we're waking up on a global level, somewhere in between. Some of us start at the global level and see that this is happening in our personal lives. Like myself, some of it was synonymous. It was actually not synonymous. It happened at the exact same time, where I was looking at the way people were behaving in my personal life, and I was looking at the way the people were behaving on the global stage, and how the two correspond to each other. There was a time in the United States, and I think I can remember this time, when lying or backstabbing or gaslighting, these things were not acceptable then. They're not acceptable now, but they're more accepted by people than before. That these are acceptable tactics. Shutting people down, trying to make a point, there's nothing more psychopathic and narcissistic than that. We all know what's about to happen here in YouTube land, who's run by some other psychopaths. If they get 7.5 minutes into this audio video, they'll hear that. Who knows? I don't think that I'm one of the targeted channels because, like I said, I demonetized my own channel on purpose because I really don't have any personal gain from this. Maybe that's not 100% true. It is therapeutic. It is. I absolutely get to interact with people on the comments section, and occasionally we get to I get to see the flying monkeys there, or the true psychopaths, or the narcissist. They become very, very easy to spot after you have been in this for a while, after you have researched and begin to understand what's going on. I think we're at a tipping point, folks. I really, really do. I think that we are at a point where the people in charge aren't going to be in charge. They are making mad and desperate attempts to keep their control and power over these large sectors of our society and our civilization. And they're being found out. And that's why they're trying to shut people down, just like the narcissist in your life. Have you ever tried to call the narcissist out on anything and you know that it's legitimate? It's a legitimate problem. Have you ever tried and you notice how they shift the conversation and how they blame shift and how they turn things around and they turn the tables and they cry and they just deflect everything that you're trying to say when it was just, because they're about to get found out. They want to shut the conversation down. I can't tell you how many times I experienced that and how aggravating it was when you don't even have a seat at the table to discuss what the problem is. You don't have a seat at the table. They're going to shut you down, and it keeps everybody sick. And that's their point, because they thrive in that environment. So do the psychopaths that are influencing things today. They thrive in that environment. Just go disagree with someone on a hardcore right or a hardcore left or a Republican or Democrat board. Go disagree with them. They're both exactly the same. They both will attack you. They will attack your family. They will attack your business. They don't even, you know what? They really don't even attack you directly because they won't answer the question. They will deflect and they will go straight for your business. As an example, social media is very dangerous. There was a man on a message board that's local to where I live. I thought that he had something legitimate to say. Whether I agreed with it or not is not really the point, but it was legitimate. He had a legitimate concern. I watched between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. a gaggle of people, these NPC, these rabid, stinging like a bunch of wasps or a bunch of killer bees. They destroyed this guy's business in about 6 hours on social media. He had hundreds of one-star reviews after he expressed his opinion. And it wasn't even a racist opinion or a sexist opinion or anything and put your phobic on the end. It wasn't anything like that. It was actually very middle of the road. But they proceeded to gang up on him and just destroy his business online. It took one day. So what does that tell you? You have to go undercover now? We can't even discuss the topics at hand anymore? That they're going to shut you down or take your channel down if it doesn't agree with their, sure, why not say it, globalist policies? God forbid that you have any legitimate concerns for you and your family and your way of life. That phrase, can't we all just get along? No, I don't think so. Not with people like this running the show. You know, there's nowhere to escape. Where are you supposed to go? The fucking world is round. It's a globe. How are we going to escape the narcissist when there's nowhere to run? And make no mistake, they're making a play for the very end game here. The end game. That's another guy I don't listen to. That's another gaslighting guy who leaves crucial, vital information out of his talks. I'm just one guy here on YouTube with a small channel. It's not monetized, so I'm not saying this to garner any attention. God bless, I really don't want any attention for some of the stuff. If I put everything on this channel, what I really thought, it would be gone instantly. Something would happen. And I wanted to make it clear that I'm not prejudiced against anyone. I want everyone to have the same and free and equal rights. I just don't want them to be impinged on anyone else. But that's not what the narcissist wants. That's not what the psychopath wants. It's a double standard. They want what's good for them, or what's bad for you is good for them. What's good for them is good for them. What's theirs is theirs, and what's yours is theirs. Absolutely disgusting. These pigs that are influencing the show today, absolutely gross. And then the flying monkey, NPCs, the millions and millions of people who are on either side. You guys may as well be cheering on a football game. You may as well be watching NFL because you guys aren't getting to the root of the problem. You're not even getting close to the root of the problem. And you're so smug oh my God, they're so smug in their belief that they're right and you're wrong. How could it be any other way? Well, when you shut down conversation and you refuse to listen to any other side or any other, I'm not going to say side because that kind of denotes that there's two sides, any other point of view or any other points of view, when you shut it down and there's no more dialogue, it's just stalemate at that point. The world's getting smaller. You can get on a plane here, anywhere. In North Texas, I've mentioned that's where I'm at. And you can be anywhere on Earth, literally, on passenger liners within a day. And in most places, 12 hours. They know this. They know that we're talking. I'm absolutely disgusted with the way they're running things. And I don't know what to do except to talk about it. When you look into the vacant, eyes of that narcissist and you know that they don't have your best interest at heart, all they care is, what does it do for them? What does it do for them? What can you do for me? It's like when you look at them, it's just, you can just hear it. You can hear it in their mind. You can just hear me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. It's all about them, isn't it? Just look at the eyes, that vacant, vapid look. Same thing with these politicians. There's very few that I will listen to anymore. I'm out. I'm out of the game. I don't know what to do. But I'm telling you this because, yeah, I put which I thought was a very lucid and valid opinion and was absolutely attacked. Had to take it down. They're gonna start going after your family. They're gonna start going after your business. They're gonna go for anything they can do to damage you. They don't want to talk. They just want to call names. You know, I love it when they call you by your name and then they go, way to go, and they shame you for it. Instead of actually just having a conversation like, is this really what's best for all of us? Nah, that's not what matters to them. The NPC is the flying monkey of the goddamn politician. There's millions of these people. There's millions upon millions of these people who have no idea what's going on. And at our more personal level, the same thing with the narcissist, and they're half a dozen NPC flying monkeys. You know, I've said it before. At least with all of my character defects, all the problems I have, and, you know, everybody's human, you know, if you can at least admit that, the narcissist never will. Unless they absolutely have to. Even with the things that are wrong, at least I'm not a narcissist. And at least you're not a narcissist. Most of you listening probably are not narcissistic. But we're goddamn sick and tired of the way that things are being handled. It's taken a really long time for me to wake up to this, folks. It's taken a very, very long time. It's the root cause is very simple, but it's not easy to get to, and it's not easy to understand. And then you start to see it. I don't want to sound paranoid, but you start to see it everywhere. You start to see in varying degrees how these monsters behave. They don't have your best interest at heart. They don't have mine at heart, that's for sure. And how many chances do we give them until you finally go no contact? And how do you go no contact from entire countries that wag the dog? When your president-in-chief has his tongue so far up the ass of some other country, what country is he making great again? I don't know. The pandering, the triangulation, the gaslighting, it's all right there for everyone to see. And it's on both sides. I used to think that the right was better than the left. They're as big a bunch of morons as the left. Sorry. I'm sorry, folks. I know there's a lot of right, a lot of left, a lot of right, left. I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat. You know what? Their agenda is so close to the same, I can't believe that anyone would actually take that title as I'm a Republican or a Democrat. When the issues are very simple and very obvious. Countries are meant to be countries. People with common heritage and common languages and common background, and there's always going to be, you know, things that are moving around on the globe. That's just the way it's always been. But there's some times when things are pushed to extremes that it's not healthy for anyone. And these are the kind of things that I was saying that I got attacked for. That I get attacked for thinking that, you know, I'm in my hometown, I can't understand anybody anymore. This is not, I don't understand where anywhere on earth that we're supposed to have to take that. I mean, I actually speak several languages, actually kind of sort of okay. I could get around a few countries if I had to. And if I was in the countries, I would speak their language. That's totally digressing. That's not even wasn't what this was about. You want to talk about some people that are easy to manipulate and control, people that just simply don't know the game. They haven't watched what's been going on for the last 50 years, last half of a century. Please understand, I'm not getting down on people that speak other languages in the United States, okay? I have very many friends that are not from here. And this isn't totally meant to be a political rant, because I just don't want to play that game anymore. I don't know how. I just don't have that kind of, I don't have the proclivity to play those games. It just doesn't make any sense to me. All I'm trying to do is protect what I have and not get, jerked over anymore by the people that are close to me or that were close to me. And now I have to deal with these people that they have their hands in your pocket every time you turn around, from some taxing entity to the DMV to the feds. They got their hands in your pocket everywhere you turn, and working folks like us can't seem to really get ahead. I know it's bitching a lot, but I feel like I should be a lot further than I am. And I'm not. I've had to fight off some really, really, really big and bad predators. That's something the narcissist loves to do. They love to find somebody that has more power than you and sick them on you, don't they? It's not about resolution. It's not about right. It's about punishment, because punishment is a very effective tool. I will jeopardize your family. I will dox you. I will jeopardize your business so that you can't pay your bills if you simply don't agree with me. If you don't lay hail to me, if you don't bow down to me, I'm going to jeopardize your life in some big way. Is that not exactly what the narcissist does? And they hold that in front of you the whole time. So you're beholden to them as long as you're close. That's why the no contact thing is so important when it comes to our personal lives. But I don't know how to go no contact with, like I said, other countries or people who are running the show, influencing the show. They should not be running it because they don't own it. They never have owned it, but they are definitely controlling it. I don't know how to go no contact with those folks. It's not even easy to go no contact with the half a dozen people that you might be around once they've gotten their hooks and claws into you. The double standards, they thrive on the double standard. They have no intention of doing anything that's good for you. You are an absolute servant to them. Just like we're all a bunch of servants to this puppet government that we have. Don't go on those boards and disagree with them. Don't do it. At least don't do it with your real name. Well, they'll look your ass up and they will absolutely trash your reputation. It's disgusting the way they behave. Absolutely disgusting. Where do we go from here? I don't know. I've said that 3 times, I think, in this talk so far. Societal narcissism is driven by the people who are influencing. They're influencing our big institutions, whether it's media, banking, schools, and government. They're not in it for you, folks. And I don't care if they call themselves Democrats or Republicans or even libertarians. Most of them aren't to be trusted. And the ones that are to be trusted need to be scrutinized as well. It's unfortunate. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy who bitches on the internet and has a channel of, a dozen people that listen and he somehow thinks he's going to change the world, because I don't think I'm going to change the world. I've tried. I give up. I don't know. Is it a dark subject? Absolutely. Is it something that needs to be addressed? Absolutely. If things are brought to light, well, maybe it'll help the situation a little bit more. Societal narcissism, it's killing us. It's killing it's not good for anyone in charge. They've got everyone at each other's throats. This is done by design and on purpose, and at the very end, they're the ones that win, no one else. I don't know how to expose them. You're going to have to do your own research. Supposedly tomorrow, December 10th, there's going to be a purge. I think I'll still be here. I'm pretty sure I don't have enough influence on this platform or any platform for them to take notice, at least I don't think. But those that aren't agreeing with their agenda, yeah, there's a lot of those folks that are going to be gone tomorrow. It's sad. It's really sad that that's what it's come to. You're taking the First Amendment off the table just like the narcissist took it off the table in your own home. Got to wake up, folks. I do appreciate y'all joining me again, and I hope to see y'all again real soon. Thank you. Bye.